I love the DJI microphones. Holy crap, that was probably one of my best investments of 2024. Just had my wife's wonderful dinner. I'm gonna do a last minute audio check. Hi there, my name is Ken Kotis. I'm a videographer and photographer, and I'm addicted to my cell phone. Yeah, I said it. I mean, how many other people online say that? But lately I've been noticing I need to change things up. I need to get better at routines and organization in order for my ADHD to thrive. Because ADHD is not a disability, it is a superpower for my brain to continuously create. So recently, I've had this wire shelf for a few months, but recently I've moved it, and I like looking at it at night when I'm watching movies with my wife. Now, by the grace of God, my wife Elena has given me so much patience that I don't know how I've been doing it in order to put a wire shelf in the living room, but I had, and I wanted to, and I bought cases. I bought new boxes to fill things in because I wanted it to look nice, not for myself, but also for my wife and our guests that we have come over, because we're in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't have a second space that I can put all my gear, and I'm not going to put it outside because I want my cameras to survive, right? So overall, like, having organization and maintaining paces is learning how to deal with my superpower. Because yes, I can't fix what's inside my brain, but I can be able to help it by sleeping more, dieting more, creating systems more, making sure that I can set up within 15 minutes and tear down within 15 minutes so I can go to bed tonight, right? Can go to bed tonight. But overall, I was thinking about, like, what's the next adventure for me? And working at Be Connected in Appleton, Wisconsin, and living up here, which I've been a Milwaukee kid my entire life, I realized that, like, my passion of creating content has been changing a little bit, surely, but surely, but surely. I'm no longer a filmmaker. I want to be a marketing content creator that uses filmmaking techniques, right? There's a lot of people on YouTube that do that, and I would not call myself a filmmaker. I would call myself a content creator. And I think that's a really good change that I've had, is that I am more of a videographer, that I create more videos using the cameras as tools to be able to make more documentaries, which is kind of what I want to get into more of, is documentary filmmaking. And overall, I'm happy that I've made that distinction, because before I wanted to be a filmmaker and I was part of these sets and I was part of these screenwriter plays, and I realized that, like, I just don't fit in. I realized that, like, I know more about social media strategies and about having, you know, macro content, micro content. Hold on. I'm no longer the person that I thought I was, and that's okay, right? And so lately I've been noticing that it's okay to change and it's okay to pivot, being a creator in this atmosphere. But also, my dream, as since I was a kid watching Casey Neistat in 2016, was to create videos on YouTube and get paid. Now, the get paid is a luxury that most people don't have, and I don't think I will ever be. But having 290 souls watch a video that I posted just a few weeks ago, when I've never had a single piece of content go that micro viral, is crazy. And I realized that content is an ever breathing system. I've had this idea in my head, this title of, are you allowed to repost content on social media? And dude, I'm in a marketing agency right now, and the answer is yes. The answer is yes. If you change things up and you repost it, you don't have to think that everything has to be organic all the time. If a good piece of content exploded for a year and a half ago, repost it for the next viewers, because most people are not going to scroll down. Quantity versus quality, and now quality could be, you know, setting 15 minutes, 30 minutes, setting up some lights, right? I have my 200E Amaran right here bouncing off these shades. I have a GVM panel giving some light behind me. I've got some accent lights. I've got a sun lamp that I got for Christmas. And I've got some, room lights to give some actual tonage, so then it doesn't look like I'm just like in a dark cave all the time. I wanted these to be a way for me to just like hit record and then upload it. And I'm using certain tools in order to make my life a lot simpler. And I think the next video I should talk about my experience with DaVinci Resolve. So I've committed for the last year to play around with DaVinci Resolve. There's a reason why I haven't been recording, because if I did it in Premiere, it would be done like that. Because I've been, 10 years, a decade in Premiere Pro. For my work, I use Premiere Pro, but for my personal work, I'm choosing the harder path because I want to experiment with it. And I was able to color grade some really cool content that I can't wait to share later on about my experience with color grading and color matching between Sony cameras and Canon cameras and other cameras like that. And I'm not a professional colorist, so I'm not a professional video editor in DaVinci, but it's slowly but surely, and I'm trying to learn it. So my name is Ken Kotis. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hit that like button and comment below what we would like to see next. I read those comments and I want to participate. And I want you to tell me how you want to see me move on forward next. So my name is Ken Kotis. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I will see you in the next one.